RangNaRi 호가트 레거시 하도록 할게요. 뭐부터 하지? 아이고. 약초 학수업. 이거부터 할까? 친구 기다리는데 수업 듣고 가기.
Good morning, Professor Garlick.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear.
Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie.
Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing
또
together.
애들이 많네.
How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement,
But the most important thing cultivated in herbology
is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the
해리포터 맨들이 크긴
mandrake
하지.
root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears.
제 기막이었어 나와주는 게.
Now, everyone, grip the mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
기막이 했는데 들려? 옷이 깨지겠는데? 머리 튀어나왔는데?
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo!
마법차
I'm very
편리하군요.
sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then.
뭐가 다른가요?
Here we
더
go.
강하나?
Splendid work, everyone. Now for
끝이에요?
our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables.
I wonder
아, 교수님 이름이 갈릭이야? 마늘이네.
Yes, Professor?
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
즐겁죠요.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I
애들이 되게
mentioned,
좋아하나 봐.
next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful! A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
교수님
Let's see
아름답다.
how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy or roses?
또 얻을 수 있는 거 없나요? 오.
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
바카.
Well done! Once Once it can be harvested, your Dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a
깨무는
different
양배추.
sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
누구야? 얘야? 아닌데? 아 얘구나.
Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander.
또
I'll be
브리핑
showing you the
떨어져?
Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these
뿌뿌뿌뿌?
stairs will take us there. But you'll lead.
엄정하라고?
Nice work in defense against the dark arts, by the way.
Revelio. Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh, well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. I mean, here we are. Home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Go on, grab a few of those cabbages. Just mind your fingers. I almost lost a thumb once. Don't worry, Nurse Blaney put it back on. Trust me, you do not want to go through that.
쟤 깨무는데 어떡함? 그냥 수학하기 해도 돼?
Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest.
던지라고? 탭을 누른 상태에서 응? 우와.
They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on.
너 옆에 갔는데 괜찮니?
garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that'd have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
쓸모가
I
있을지도?
suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
아, 내가 가져가야지. 나가는 거네? 아까랑 길이 다르네?
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves,
방금
we shall
떴는데?
end our
아닌가?
lesson here. Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
I attended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
제가 다
Remarkable
뜯었어요.
plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
감사합니다.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm
가청꾼이 된
glad.
기분이야.
Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
교수님 예뻐요.
Hope those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my damn.
쟤 뭐 키우고 가는 거야?
To make anything grow, we must first sort all of them. Professor Sharp's desk. I bet he knows more than he's letting on about the Goblin Rebellion.
교수님이신가요?
Potions is one of
아까
the
그
most
사람이다.
challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline
피그
and
교수님이랑
intellect.
같이 있던 사람이다.
You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and
해몽양이구나.
even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wigan Weld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
안 가르쳐줘요? 레시피 얻은 걸로 그냥 알아서 해야 되나?
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. You must stir your cauldron in the correct
이 방향으로.
direction.
내가 반대 방향으로
Please be
하거든요.
meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
톡톡. 톡톡톡. 빨리 줘서 되는 건가? 재밌다.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir.
난 벌써 만들었대.
Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time round.
얘 말고 있어.
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror.
오로였어?
I wish he talked about it more.
Revelio.
재료 어디서 구해?
Should you chop the Dittany or crush it? The wrong answer could result in the unfortunate loss of...
샤프 교수의 오로 배지. 오로는 마법부 소속 치안 유지 집단입니다. 오로는 모든 종류의 위협, 특히 어둠의 마법이 가해오는 위협으로부터 마법 세계를 보호합니다. 이 오로 배지는 샤프 교수의 것입니다.
Revelio.
여기 안에 들어가서
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
네.
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity.
남자애들이 많네.
I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a
너도
prodigy with
문질리니?
potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing
Yeah,
one
look,
tiny
look, look.
last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fooper feather.
우퍼기.
As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
그래도 되나?
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
A well-prepared witch.
다 주셔도 되나? 주실 수 있는 거? 보고서 날짜 1875년 12월 31일 발신 오로 359 제목 보진과 버크 어딘가 버크는 일반 개점 시간 외에도 활동량이 증가했으며 특히 한밤중에 가게 뒷문으로 의심스러운 배달이 이루어졌습니다. 알려진 가게의 평판에 따라 우리는 이미 그 가게를 감시하고 있던 사람들과 함께하기 위한 오러를 추가적으로 영입하고 있습니다. 다시는 새로 영입된 오러 중 한 명입니다. 추후 지시사항을 따르십시오.
Revelio.
끝인가?
Precision is key when brewing potions.
I was impressed that you were able to answer Professor Sharp's question about the Wiggenweld potion.
Oh, you're the new student. I've heard much about you. Thank you. I'm Amit, by the way. Pleasure, truly. And I've never seen anyone brew such a flawless Wiggenweld potion on their first try. Well done.
I'm
다행이다.
glad I was able to get it right the first time.
You must simply have a knack for potion making. Some students seem so confounded by potion recipes, it's as if they're written in gobbledygook. A fascinating language, by the way. Neither here nor there, really, but I am a self-taught speaker. Merlin's beard, good conversation is the enemy of free time. I must return my book, Gateway to the Far Stars, before my next class. Speaking of stars, we'll be in astronomy together. You'll love it. Professor Shaw is firm.
너 말 되게
but
많으는구나.
clever. See you soon, no doubt.
야, 갖고 와서.
Here's the Fupa feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Edurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
크게 말해도 되는 거야? 원래도 갖고 왔는데? 내 자리는 어딘가? 아, 여기구나.
Proficiency and potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be thorough.
네. 에루두스. 아까처럼 휘휘하는 거 안 해? 그냥 알아서 만들어지는데?
And now we add the mallow sweet, and that's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to. Ah!
뭔 말이야?
What happened?
막,
Well done, Gareth.
너 괜찮은 거니?
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor again.
오케이.
Weasley did not do this on his own.
어,
His accomplice will answer to me as well.
접니다.
I brewed an Edurus potion, as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay
교수님 나 싫어하는
particular
것 같아.
attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all.
끝.
I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
비켜.
Ugh, my robes are going to reek from Gareth's influence.
소나물 냄새가 나겠. 내 띠 엄청 멀리 갔구나. 응? 뭐야, 학교에서 일로 오는 방법도 있었네? 저거 맵 저게 워프하고가 알아보기가 어려워가지고. 나만 그럴지도.
Revelio.
여기 물음표 있는데 뭐야? 들어가 볼까? 여기다. 알리는 도구. 이 도구 세트는 아늑한 어둠하게 어울리는 모든 종류의 가구를 거주자가 필요한 만큼 만들 수 있는 마법을 걸 수 있다고 추측됩니다.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
왜?
Revelio.
왜 위험하다는 거지? 버섯이다. 여기 있다.
It is good to see you, my friend.
많이 기다렸지?
Hello, Natty. How are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm
Hello,
all right at the
누구지?
moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
비밀로 하는데 어떡함? 계속 비밀로 해도 되는 거야? 어떡하지?
I've never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger.
넘어가
For
준다.
now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll, and Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibili land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
위험해질 수 있어.
Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair on their own. And the fact that they're working with Ranrock...
할로우가
All
그
the more
걔인가?
reason they must be
나드로?
stopped. Rumor has it
아닌가?
that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's
아,
day-to-day
테오필로스
operations.
쟤구나.
Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right. But how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
얘는 맨날 여기
Be
있다고?
on your guard.
Revelio.
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
뭐야? 왜? 뭘 쓰지?
I never thought Ramrock's loyalists would go this far.
Pardon me, is everything all right?
Hardly. I've just lost my business and almost my life. You'd best look elsewhere for wares. I've nothing to sell now. I never thought it'd come to this. Be on your guard. Ranrock and his loyalists will spare no one.
They attacked you.
Oh, Ranrock has no patience for goblins who won't join him. While I too would like to see goblin kind treated by wizards as equals, bloodshed is not the answer. When I said as much, they turned on me, struck me till I nearly passed out. Took my carts, my belongings, even that which is most precious to me, my paintings.
나는
You
화가예요?
mentioned that your paintings were taken. Are you a painter?
I am. It's my calling, though most would think it an unusual path for a goblin. Most of my family work in metal, or associated with Gringotts. I'd wager my finest brush that RangNaRi's lot have no appreciation for any of my work, and it'll be tossed aside for kindling. Without my carts and my livelihood, who knows when I'll be able to paint again?
저한테 이런 일이 있었나요?
Has RangNaRi's lot ever attacked you like this before?
They've been taunting and threatening me for a while now. But they've always believed that violence is the only way to get what they want. Things have taken a much darker turn of late. RangNaRi is getting more powerful, and his loyalists know it. They feel untouchable. RangNaRi assumed that all goblins would agree to follow him, but he was wrong. Many of us would like a diplomatic end to the discord with wizard kind.
I'm sorry this happened to you. I shall certainly keep an eye out for your carts.
That is very kind of you, but I think they took them to their camp southwest of here, just past some ruins. Too dangerous to try and retrieve them. I did enchant the carts to return to me if I ever lost them, however. Slim though the chances may be, I'm holding out hope that some of what was taken is returned to me.
안타깝다.
It was nice meeting you. I wish it had been under better circumstances.
Revelio. Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this.
이 사람 뭐지?
Hello, sir. What do you sell here?
Hello, I'm Jalal Semi, and this is my potion shop. I can answer any questions you have about the town.
뭘 파세요?
What do you have for sale?
I sell only potions and their ingredients. If you can't fix it with a potion, then it's best left broken, I say. My ingredients are all local to this area, and my potions are brewed to keep you healthy and safe.
누구인지
Can you
여쭤봐도
tell me a bit
될까요?
about yourself?
Oh, let's see. Well, I am Lower Hogsfield's preeminent potioneer. And I was once a
너처럼
lowly
하찮은?
Hogwarts student like you. In fact, I'll give you the Hogwarts discount. It's the standard price. My prices are low enough already, you see.
Any whispers going about the town?
A goblin called Pergit is causing a bit of a stink. His gang is attacking travelling vendors, and now business is suffering everywhere. It would be nice if someone would do something about it. No one wants to pick a fight with a band of goblins, though. Which means he's free to do what he wants down in Coral Ruins.
That will be all. Thank you for your time.
물건 구경은 굳이 안 해도 될 것 같고. 뭐야 저 뒤에? 거미? 개 끔찍하다. 꽂히는 마법. 안 되네. 원래 있던 거. 오, 거미, 거미. 어머야, 들켰다. 어머!
Past the ruins. And then go back.
거미 퇴치했다.
Revelio.
오, 버섯.
An encampment. This must be it.
더 가까이 가면 안 될 것 같아. 여기가 퀘스트 하는 곳이었나?
Revelio.
Too quiet, if you ask me.
Looks as if there's more than one way to enter.
숨어서 가야 되나?
Arn will regret not joining us. He doesn't come round now, he'll be made even more of an example.
We should have killed that traitor Arm when we took his cards.
쓰레가 어디 있다는 거지? 그냥 다 잡을까?
Sword like it.
어디서 날 보는 거야 자꾸?
This will not go well. I won't rest.
How many of you are there?
Not your best luck. Enjoy suffering, do you? You won't get away with that. I shall avenge your death.
I've been fighting since.
We're here to see this.
냠냠냠냠.
An intruder! You won't get away with that.
아 잡은 아니네.
Why have you not run away? When are you going to give up?
생겼나 보다. 빨간색인데 쟤는?
What an unfortunate disappointment! Ranrock won't
잡은 건가? 원 꼬매준다. 다 된 건가요? 이거 한 마리 더 있다고 떠는 것 같은데? 이건 뭐야? 뭐? 걔를 끌고 올 수 있다.
Incendio. Levioso.
뭐지? 아, 이렇게 해서 가야 되는 거였나? 아니면 이것 때문이었나? 이게 수레인가 보다.
Quite an enchantment. The carts are returning to Arn.
인벤토리 가득 찼대. 어떡하지? 버리는 건 안 되나? 이건 뭐야? 잠금 표시 있는데? 영웅 케이프. 공격력 되게 높다 이거. 오, 망도. 나 배탄데 무늬가 그저 그런데.
If you're here for my wares,
Arn, I have good news. Your carts are on their way back.
I don't know what to say. Any hope I have of getting my belongings back was quickly fading. Ramrock's lot called me a fool for believing in the good in wizard kind. Thank you for proving them wrong.
어렵지 않았어요.
I managed to free your carts fairly easily.
Oh, I'm glad you're all right. Oh, I can't wait to have my things back, especially my paints. You know, you've inspired me. I've been dealing with witches and wizards for years, and we've always got along just fine. Perhaps my next piece will be a tribute to all that is good between us.
멋진 생각
What a nice
같아요.
idea, Ron. I wish you luck with it.
Oh, I can't wait to get started. Thank you again for all you've done.
이 아저씨한테 물건 좀 팔아야겠다. 응, 방금 뭐라 했는데
Hello,
못
Mr.
봤어.
Semi.
What can I do for you?
What do you have for sale?
아니, 저 아저씨가 파는 물건은 관심이 없어. 물건은 팔 거야.
I'll have no trouble selling this. Thank you.
이건 뭔데일까? 아. 아저씨 장사 안 되는 거 같은데 죄송합니다. 아우, 잘 팔았다. 감사,
Hope
감사.
to see you again sometime.
예, 예. 바로 근처에 또 뭐가 있잖아.
Revelio.
They must have come this way. Think!
어둠의 마법사래.
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to.
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi!
나쁜 놈.
Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
stupefied!
I'll have taken your liking. Not my best work, I'll admit. You die for that.
잽도 안 되는구나. 뭐야?
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
뭐가 또 온다. 필드 가이드 컬렉션 섹션이 새로운 정기 유행과 함께 갱신되었습니다. 특정 마법에 대한 약점과 같은 귀중한 정의 정보를 알 수 있습니다.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
Take this student off of my dead body!
끝났나요?
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
괜찮으세요?
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff, brilliant potioneer, has her own shop in Nocturne.
여기 동성 결혼이 되나 봐.
She's a travelling vendor. Here's what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
아니면 남자신가?
You're a researcher.
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
정말 대단해요.
Of the legend of King Arthur.
The very same. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well, then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just
이 지금
unlocked
말하는
a
건가?
crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important
아우?
component
나
in
있는데.
getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens.
향이 나는 아우 없는데? 아 여기 그냥 상호작용이었어.
My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Incendio!
Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
인센디오. 아, 너 뭔가요?
Curious. The pyres are back where they started.
왜지? 순서가 있나? 또 있나요? 이게 마지막인 거겠지?
Incendio!
됐다. 왜 순서가 있는지 잘 모르겠지만 아무튼 됐어.
How beautiful!
엄마 뭐야?
Today, I can hardly believe it.
Revelio.
안 되는데?
I take it we can call that a success.
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require Mallowsweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Revelio.
그리고 이 끝에도 누군가 사람이 있어. 써볼게.
Might I beseech you for some assistance?
Hello.
학생 아니야?
Can I help you?
Oh, thank goodness. Yes. My name is Grace Pinch Smedley. Of the Bath Pinch Smedleys?
아니?
I was hoping someone would come
몰라.
in soon. I was about to defy my father's wishes and would never have forgiven myself. You see, I need to retrieve something from the bottom of the lake. Might you be
Okay.
the one to help me?
Diving into the lake sounds like an adventure. Tell me more.
Splendid. Precisely the response I'd hoped for.
What do you need help retrieving?
Years ago, my grandfather, who fancied himself quite the astronomer, set sail from Hogsmeade Station for what was meant to be a quick stargazing cruise with my grandmother. They never returned.
I'm so sorry. What happened to them?
We can't be sure. We only know that neither they nor their boat made it back to shore. They were presumed drowned. Father was so distraught that he forbade our family from setting foot on or in the Black Lake ever again. A treasured family astrolabe vanished with them that night. If you could dive down and retrieve it, I may be able to bring my father some peace.
이 호수 검은 호수야?
What exactly is an astrolabe?
It's an astonishing ancient navigational tool, essentially a handheld model of the universe. It's mainly used for studying the stars, astronomical pursuits, but it has nearly 1,000 uses. Fascinating device. Sadly, I'd imagine it's rusted beyond repair now. Still, we'd love to have it returned to us. It would be like getting a bit of my grandparents back.
You seem to think I might have heard of the Bath Pinch Smedleys. Why would I know of your family?
그래, 난 처음
That's
듣는다.
like asking why the sky is blue or grass is green. The Pinch Smedley name is synonymous with
슬리데린
intellectual
애들이 그
curiosity.
혈통 중시 그거라고
We are
가지고
known for
유명한
our
애들만 들어가나?
contributions to science and art. I'm surprised you haven't
죄송.
heard of us, frankly. But with all I plan to discover about the world around us, those that don't yet know the name certainly one day will.
그래.
It sounds dangerous, especially for something of mere sentimental value.
I understand. But I'd be forever grateful. Of course, you may discover much more than the astrolabe. Anything else you found would be all yours. I've cross-referenced the vessel's last alleged location against the lake's topography, depth charts, and tide schedule. My best guess is that it's just over there, about a furlong from the dock. It would be wonderful to have my grandfather's astrolabe back. I do hope you find the astrolabe. It would mean so much to our family.
It sounds as if her astrolabe is just northeast of the dock. I should dive down and see.
다이빙을 하라고? 호수가 되게 얕은가 봐, 생각보다. 바닥이 다 보이는데? 아니면 그냥 투명한 건가?
This must be where the
여긴
Pinch
바닥 안
Smedley
보인다.
family astrolabe is.
이건가 봐요. 가라앉았다. 찾았어? 아니. 아, 그냥 이거 아이템 펫인가 보다. 어때? 이것도 아니야? 찾았다, 찾았다. 방향이
I should
어디였지?
let Grace know that I found her family astrolabe.
저기다. 근데 넌 수영할 줄 모르니?
You didn't find the dive too terribly difficult.
어떻게 올라가? 못 들어가야 되나, 그냥 이렇게? 어차, 빡! 올라가. 축축해.
Hello, Grace. I followed your bearings on a dive in the Black Lake.
Oh, how incredible! Did you find the astrolabe?
I did. I hope it makes your father happy.
It will. I can't wait to see his face. Thank you so much for doing this for me, and for my family. You do well to keep an eye out for more spots to dive. A diver of your caliber is certain to find all sorts of things down there. Thank you again. And I do hope you keep diving. You certainly have a knack for finding treasure.
잠수를 계속하면 좋겠다니. 무슨 소리야, 저게. 이건 뭐지? 아까 했는 거 건가? 아닌가? 여기 옆에서 했는데? 그냥 여러 군데 있는 거구나. 와. 와, 생각보다 되게 높다. 오늘 호그와트 레거시 여기까지 하도록 할게요. 그럼 사요나리.